Hello people, this is Power here, the DX Shift Next Special. Yeah, Shift Next Special Surprise Feature Set. That was close. From Kamen Drive, or Geki Joban, Kamen Drive, Surprise Future. So this is the movie set from Kamen Drive that includes Shift Next Special, Tridron Key, and the Newton Ghost icon that Ghost uses in the movie in his cameo. And Shift Next Special produces the forms of Kamen Dark Drive Type Next and Kamen Drive Type Special, while the Tridron Key produces Kamen Rider Cho Dead Heat Drive, or if you really want to go by the official romanization, Super Dead Heat Drive, but Cho Dead Heat Drive is honestly more cooler. It's not like the other drive packaging that it's flatter, or this is more flatter, I think, because of the ghost icon, so I want to say it's kind of a mix between the both packagings of both series. Well, it is, but like I meant like plastic wise, because the ghost ones have flat backgrounds or have flat plastic, and while they have like surrounded and such, while the drive ones are, just to prove it, it's more flatter, so I guess it saves more room. I don't know. The back just basically shows everything I'm gonna do except for that, because I don't have a ghost driver. Maybe I'll get one. I don't know. The top here just advertises the QR code system that they have for Gomp Horizon and for the official Bandai website. Also so let's just get these opened up. So here are the contents out of the box. We're gonna look at the Newton Ghost icon first because I don't have a ghost driver, so I do have icons, so I know how these work, but this was supposed to be the first icon that got released because of the not promotions, just like a preview of what you're gonna get next year and such. So, yeah, basically, icons are basically like 8-ball things. I don't think they're supposed to be 8 balls, but they're supposed to just be like small round objects with the button press, and I'm gonna say I can't really, I don't know how I could word it, but here's the top 0 for Newton, because Newton's part of the Great 15. Here are pins for the Ghost Driver, and the first the icons did this, then Q Thomas did, but they basically work the same way. I don't want to say they work like Judenchis because they involve putting something down, not slotting in something. But anyways, but the button press, you go through 4 panels. So the first one is the iris, which is just simply black to signify this is Ghost's icon. So 1 button press. You get 04, which is the activation button. And then when you insert in the Ghost Driver, you press it again. This is the transformation plate, which I really like because there's the arrow going down signifying gravity, and there's the apple, and I really like the blue and such. And 1 more button press, you get the Omega Drive, which is gravity going down to the apple, and we're back to the iris. So if I do ever get a ghost driver, I'll show this in there. So yeah. Now let's look at the actual drive stuff. Here's Shift Next Special. This one is special because it's actually dual-sided, which is pretty cool. It's handled pretty well, and excuse me. This is based off of a futuristic car, so, or just futuristic cars in general. So that's too much. I'll say that's pretty cool. The track for next, because this is the track for special, because obviously when you flip it, just like so. But the track for next is down here. It's not numbered for some reason, which I don't understand why, for both of these, so that confuses me. But design for next, I really like it. It's really sleek looking. I like the circuitry look, especially down here when you lift up the lever. It's pretty cool. So when you flip it over to the special side, is this like neon yellow? Not as neon as he can, but I really like the yellow. We never really had yellow shift cars that are this bright, so again, it's on a yellow and red color scheme. And this one does not lever up because this one's just like the signal bikes or shift dead heat where you just insert it. So, but again, the lever and such. I really like the concept of the car because like, you know, you can do this and like you can like flip it off the screen, but you can like do this. You can like do that and just flip it just like so, but then you're not going to get to the right side because I keep thinking that, oh, they're both on the same facing sides, but they're not. Anyways, moving on. Oops. I just destroyed shift dead heat. Anyway, Charge-on key. Obviously it's not a shift car or anything. It's literally just plastic, which I don't really mind because this is honestly my favorite thing out of the set. I'm not kidding. But, so, it's in design of a signal bike because it has this large sticker, which I really love. And obviously, to hide the track, which is under here, this one's actually numbered 018. And this one has all the trans stamp and such because no one really cares about this thing except for me. But, I just really love the sticker. Like, you can see Dead Heat's, meter thing, which I really love that foreshadowing. And there's a keyhole, which you can use to put keychains on. I don't have any keychains on me, because I just don't. Again, with the track, I really like how it's hidden to actually look like a key. Like, I really love the effort of this. Now, again, it's not... I think it's still in the size of a shift car. Actually, we should compare it with a signal bike, but because unlike signal bikes, it doesn't have this guard thing to help it rail through. So you're just gonna have to try to insert this like strugglingly. So I guess that's the complaint, but other than that, I really love this thing. So let's get our driver and everything drive related to do our sounds. Yeah, so we're gonna start with shift next special and start with the next side because that's the first one that appears. Yeah. So yeah, it produces the same drive type next sound as Signal Mach does. We'll get to that later. You can still do the same stuff. And again, that's basically it for that. So we're gonna flip the shift car to the special side. So there we get drive type special, and along with the new type, we get a new standby. Obviously, we can shift up. Now that sounds pretty interesting. I don't know why it does that, but I guess it's pretty cool and just makes it different. So obviously, full throttle. So that's the same. So now let's move on to the Tritron key. So the Tritron key, obviously because it's show dead heat, it announces super dead heat because just similarly like high speed, Mega Max Flare, signal chaser with get next, etc. So it still has the same functions. And that'll be it for the drive driver. Next we'll be using the mock driver. First we'll be using the Tritron key because that's what Shinosuke uses for transferring to show dead heat. So as you can hear, it shares the same sound set as Chaser, but replaces everything Chaser with show dead heat. And because the toy does that, they had to make some reason as to why it does that in the movie. So yeah. Still, you can do the burst. And you can, I forgot about that. You can obviously do full throttle. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So basically all the powered upgraded shift cars are just translated as Cho. So while that kind of sucks, it's just more easier, so then they don't have to keep making like high, mega, ultra, get, such. Anyways, let's use shift next special with the next side. As I mentioned before, shift next actually uses the same track as signal mock because there's no other next sound that can actually properly activate it. So they kind of had no choice of, making, like, trying to find a new track, so they had to repurpose this one. And that's why they don't advertise using this thing in the mock driver. So I'm not going to show what this does in the mock driver because you guys already know. Just to show they're literally the exact same track. So I guess it's cool that it's a shift car version of Signal Mock. So that's cool. So let's actually get something new. So we get Tokubetsu, which literally means special. probably it for the mock driver. Brake gunner. Again, because it's using Mock's track, it's just gonna read as next system. But it's at least nice to hear that again. Then Tridron key. I guess that makes sense, because even though it carries the drive system data, it's literally just, the toy doesn't really know that, because it's just like, this is show dead heat, so that means it's a signal like shift car. Now with the trailer hoe, I'm not gonna bother doing that one. Last but not least, the Charger key. So basically in the Churro, all the upgraded shift cars are just read as how they normally are read, so that's kind of disappointing, but it makes sense. So overall, I really like this set. It's a nice way to finish the drive line, and a nice way to pull us into the ghost line. And, you know, I really like Shift Next Special. I like the concept of it. I really like the Charger key too, because I'm a sucker for dead heat, so yeah. I wouldn't say this is like a huge recommendation to try to hunt down. Like, I personally just wanted it to finish off my collection and such. But if you're trying to hunt down ghost icons, you have to get this set, because this set's really difficult to get. I don't know why it is, but it is. I don't know if it's because of the Newton ghost icon, or it's because of these two things, but typically movie stuff are going to be really difficult to find unless you're a ghost. So, yeah. I can see people being disappointed that this doesn't really activate anything new. Like, we really only get 2 new sounds out of this, but that's fine, because that a shift car set is normally 2 shift cars, so. But again, I just really like Shift Next Special. It's a really nice shift car and such. And again, the Tridron key, I just can't adore it enough. The Newton Ghost icon is really nice too, and overall, the set is just really nice. But if you're trying to hunt this down, please get it at least under 35 or so, because this set is really hard to find, and like, I got it like basically like $12 over retail price. Not happy about that, but honestly, it's like, just don't, like, again, don't buy it over 35, because then it's not worth it at that point. And like, again, like, just basically like shift dead heat. If you don't, this is going to be pretty useless if you don't have a mock driver, and this is going to be pretty useless if you don't have a ghost driver. So if you don't have a drive driver, you're not gonna really have as much fun with it. So again, if you have everything, I'll say go get the set. And again, it's pretty nice to get another ghost icon after a while. So that'll be it. That'll be it for this review. So this is PowerRider, and I'll leave you people. Bye.